Hello, YouTube family. Peace and blessings. My name is The Ripper, and I just started a YouTube channel. I have not been posting lately, but now I'm really about to get on it. I've been motivated recently by some videos I had been in with Goku Pump and Gainz. We had done several workout videos, but now we're doing a lot of discussions, and more recently we did a discussion on semen retention. Now, we did one a few months ago that got a lot of attention, and I had been a lot of brothers have reached out to me about that in particular, that video in particular, and how it had inspired them to start or get on their journey of semen retention. Now, semen retention is when you refrain from ejaculation and sex, where you practice celibacy and you practice self-mastery and discipline. And this was maybe a couple weeks ago, we did another video. Gainz, Goku Pump, and myself, we did another video on YouTube. And a lot of the viewers felt as though we didn't get our points across sufficiently. Me personally, the video was, I believe, put together very well. Shout out to Gainz and Goku Pump for that. We all was able to express ourselves in a sufficient manner. But I just wanted to touch on a couple topics or ideas that I want you guys to feed on, because, you know, hypocrisy, lying, hypocrisy, and all of these different things that we do is detrimental to our future, detrimental to our well-being, detrimental to our peace, contentment of mind. And the whole idea of practicing righteousness, practicing semen retention, is to establish self-mastery and a greater connection to your creator and your inner powers. This society in which we live in America, and it's like this in other nations too, but in particular in America, this society is designed to bring you down spiritually. It's like a low frequency. Everything revolves around sex, physical lusts and desires, materialism, a false idea of wealth or money, not real wealth, but a false idea of wealth, disunity, racism. That is what this society really is about in America. And when brothers like us, Goku Pump, Gainz, and others, Akeem the Supreme, and several other brothers, that when we have these discussions, the whole idea is to tap in, allow yourself to tap into your discipline, your self-mastery, so that now you're a reflection to others, where your contributions in society will be one that you want to see. And hypocrisy cannot be a part of that. Lying cannot be a part of that. You have to be genuine. You have to be sincere and real with yourself first, and then you spread that to others. But I just want to touch on several aspects of the video that we did recently on semen retention, when I discussed, or what we discussed, the opinion of semen retention opposed to the facts of semen retention. Now, everyone has their own view, has their own idea of what semen retention is. The whole point is not to focus on semen retention in itself. That is just one aspect of the discipline that is required. We also practice intermittent fasting, which is watching what you eat. We exercise, we take care of our bodies, which is you have to eat a certain way to even be healthy, to even build muscle, to build your body. So it's just certain factors and certain elements that go into a healthy way of life, a healthy lifestyle. It's not just semen retention. That is just one aspect. But it appears that a lot of brothers are suffering from sex addictions. A lot of brothers that reach out. And I can just speak for myself. I can't speak for Gainz and others, or Goku Pump and brothers who've reached out. But the brothers that have reached out to me in my DM and Instagram have just expressed, and I really appreciate all you brothers that have reached out expressing their addiction to sex, their addiction to porn, or just their interest in wanting to practice semen retention. Because I don't know how I could say thorough we are in society and what is going on, but Our people, our community has been suffering tremendously from injustice, suffering tremendously from the evils of others and exploitation of others, and has left our community in ruin, so to speak. And it has led to a self-hatred. Blacks, it has led black people to a self-hatred, to a disunity, and a form of not wanting to come together and organize. When you're full of self-hatred, when you're full of disunity or full of miseducation, bad eating, bad food habits, then you don't even have the desire to want to be righteous or want to fight your open enemy back. You don't even have the will to fight when you're doing drugs, smoking, drinking, and focusing on your low desires. So this is important for us to understand, because we are at war, we are under attack, and those of us who consider ourselves vanguards, we have a responsibility to get this knowledge across to our people and to others. We have a responsibility to get this knowledge into the hearts and minds of our people, so that we do establish self-love and establish unity. And fitness, for a lot of us, is our vehicle to establish that, because fitness gives us a platform. We can use fitness to talk about righteousness, and we're practicing it. But to really talk about righteousness, talk about semen retention, talk about intermittent fasting, but you have to have something that gives you a platform for people to listen. And fitness has been a lot of our platforms, and I'm blessed to have fitness as one of my platforms to really reach the masses of our people. And I'm new to this YouTube thing. I was skeptical about it at first, because it just seemed so oversaturated and fake to me. You know, where people just do things for the camera. They look for this attention or this false sense of worship through the camera. But I'm going to be using YouTube to really get information across, to have these great discussions. I'm going to be doing exercises and workouts as well, but definitely getting these conversations and discussions across, where these topics can be discussed, and then we take something from these topics. But I just wanted to really speak on the recent video we did on semen retention. I just wanted to be clear that the righteous code of conduct that is required for us in today's time is what's required for us to survive. It's not necessarily for ego. It's not necessarily to please anyone but God. But the righteous code of conduct that we all should be practicing is for our well-being, and it's for our survival. If you know, many of you do know the violence and evil that is happening in America right now. And a lot of it is from the judgment of America. America is under divine judgment from the evils done to the blacks in America. And that is why America is being really hit tremendously with natural disasters and mass shootings and a lot of this and just genocidal practices with the food, with the water. It's a lot going on. And a lot of us are not aware of what's going on because we're too distracted with shit that don't matter. With dumb rap music, unintelligent rap music, just inordinate desires that mean nothing. When you think about clothes and your wardrobe and your watches and your cars and your homes, yeah, we need certain things to survive, but we focus on a lot that don't mean a damn thing. We focus on things that don't matter, that don't really hold weight in relationship to our survival. So we need to start taking life more serious and understanding what our role is in this day and time. And by the grace of Allah, I'm going to be spreading more knowledge and wisdom on this YouTube, as well as workouts. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, because we need more vanguards to step forward. We need more of our people to step forward fearlessly and speak truth, and to really allow our people to understand or suggest to our people that we have to change our mentality. We have to change our motives, our desires, because it's not working for us. And if we're truly going to survive the 21st century as a race, as a people, then we need to start looking into some serious solutions, and understanding that we have to be a part of the solution, and we have to put in the work to bring about the solution, not just post YouTube videos, but we have to actually organize and be the voice of reason, and we have to humble ourselves in order to hear one another out intelligently, reasonably, and then move forward with the right solutions. And I'm going to continue to rage in ranks and motivate brothers to rage in ranks, to be that vanguard, to form this alliance, so that our enemies don't think we're just weak. Because the black male, they want to feminize us. We spoke about this in the video too. The black man is being feminized in America. In particular, us. They want to feminize us so that we're not seen as a strong force. They don't want to see strong black men. That is a threat to white male supremacy in America. And that's a fact. So all black men who stand up and are strong are seen as a threat. So the only time you're not a threat as a black man in America is if you're weak, cowardly, or have been feminized. And we have to understand that we're under attack and we're at war. And it's a certain way we have to go about this if we're going to be successful and survive. And our women are looking for us to stand up. Our children are looking for us to stand up. We have to be the vanguards. We didn't ask to be born in this time. We didn't ask to be put in this condition. We didn't ask to be made slaves, but now we have a responsibility in this day and time. We can't complain about it. We can't bitch and moan about it. We have to actually put it in motion and start really being the change that we want to see. Only the strong, this is for the strong. This is not for the weak. Only the strong will be seen as vanguards and really mobilizing in today's time. Otherwise, you'll just bow down to the enemy. You'll submit to wickedness and injustice because you feel as though we won't win. It's impossible to win. It's impossible. Nothing is impossible. Anything is possible when you have the desire and the will. We have to be purified and re-educated in our efforts, and then we'll start to move forward. But I'm going to be posting more videos on not just semen retention. I definitely want to have more discussions because it's so important that we have these discussions. But we're going to be talking about semen retention. We're going to be talking about the proper foods, the proper detoxing and cleanses and superfoods that we should be eating, why fasting is so important, and why exercise is so important. I don't really want to focus on a lot of workouts. We've done 1,000 different workouts. That's going to be a part of this as well, but more so these discussions and re-educating our people and mobilizing. So thank you, YouTube family, and I look forward to speaking more with you in the future and doing more videos and more dialogues with greater influencers on YouTube and through this platform. Thank you. Peace and blessings.